Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Jones throwing on 4th down. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Throwing Jones. They'll roll him out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Off the play fake. Jones steps away. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith from 13 yards out. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 46 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Jones. Off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got Stevenson again, back-to-back plays. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one goes for 8 yards.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Eagles 14.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here we go, here we go. 18 rattle. Warriors, 70.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry for Harris. Shifts by him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Fielded at the 33. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off play action, Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
That's good.
Stevenson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots have retaken a third quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
To try again after the sack. Hurts flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping it for the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, and he's going to go down again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Nick Folk for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Hey, check that, street.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion left goes a tight end. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 29, Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, break.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Right there, hurt.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
19 tight.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Sanders will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
60 boxes. Check pass.
Sanders again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
19 right.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's off in the end result.
Back to Stevenson on first down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jones to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
DJ Bosky, let's get it. We the champions.